What's up, world? It's your boy AP with AP's NBA Sports Picks. And today I will do an in-depth analysis, a breakdown of Game 3. New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers lead 2-0, and the Knicks are in desperation. I'm gonna go over, I got some notes on my computer and everything, so I'm just gonna go over that. Y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna go over the player props. I'm gonna go over the recent news, all that. I'm gonna break it all the way down for y'all. So we got the New York Knicks going to Indiana, and I think it's like the Indiana, what is it called? 500 or some race going on. So it's a lot of activity and action going on in Indiana today, Indianapolis. So that might add some extra buzz and energy to the city. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But just some things going on, you know. So we got the Knicks are plus 1.5. The over and under is 224. So let's go to some of my notes here. Just gonna kind of go through it. So this is some key recent insights from the research I've done in the last 48 hours. The Knicks lineup changes / concerns. You know, there's significant buzz that Coach Tibbs is expected to shake up his starting lineup for Game 3, potentially replacing Josh Hart with Mitchell Robinson. Hart was limited to only 28 minutes in Game 2 and reportedly looked gassed. So this is a major potential shift, and I see a lot of money and a lot of sports analysis taking Josh Hart under his PRA. That's interesting right there. I'm going to dive into that a little bit later on. Looks like the Knicks starting five has struggled significantly in the first two games, being outscored by a combined 29 points. And there's also discussion about Karl-Anthony Towns' minutes versus Robinson. Robinson played more than Towns in Game 2, 29 versus 28 minutes. And while Robinson was a force, Towns needs to be better on both ends, especially with the Pacers' potent offense. And we got Jalen Brunson. He's averaging 39.5 points in this series with 40% usage rate against the Pacers. He's their offense, you know. So if the Pacers can, they haven't had success doing it, but if the Pacers can just focus in and lock in on Jalen Brunson, I think this game will be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? If they can stop him from scoring and also stop him from playmaking. But then you have to put in consideration what other players can step up. I know you do have some games where we have OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges stepping up to the plate and added some scoring. And we've seen spurts of Karl-Anthony Towns in the playoffs taking over and getting some scoring also. But we just haven't really seen it versus the Pacers. Let's keep on going. So Pacers confidence and style. Not, you know, I'm just going through my notes and everything that I wrote down. Excuse me if y'all see me reading off the screen. I just wanted to keep it very structured. So the Pacers' confidence and style. Indiana is 2-0 and has won 6 straight playoff road games. Their offense is described as a tactical onslaught, emphasizing collective strength, ball movement, and exploiting matchups. Pascal Siakam had a career-high 39 points in Game 2 and is a versatile scorer. Tyrese Halliburton continues to be clutch and a primary playmaker with a high number of potential assists. I like that's a play I like also. I just want to write down some plays I like. I like Halliburton assists tonight. Halliburton assists. Just gonna probably put together like a 7-leg parlay. I just like having fun like that and do like E40, sprinkle a little bit on it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And we have Aaron Nesmith is recognized as an elite 3-and-D player after his Game 1 explosion. And while a repeat isn't expected, his confidence and role are significant. That's crazy at 8 points in 9 seconds.com, the playoff New Year. So I do also like Nesmith points. I just think with him returning back home with all the activities going on in Indianapolis today, the crowd is going to be behind Nesmith. They're going to show their appreciation for him coming back and winning that Game 1 in Madison Square Garden, the ugly Madison Square Garden. They was down in there in the trenches. You heard? It's a New York slang, you feel me? Yeah, you know, y'all know where we at with it, you know what I'm saying? NO, man, NO East, man. You know what I'm saying? What dudes is busting out the jails, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story right there. Okay. We're going to break down Andrew Nembhard. He's been a breakout performer, efficient and playing big minutes. I'm just trying to see what kind of angle I can get on Andrew Nimhard player props. You know, it seems like he can have burst out games, but I don't know if it's going to be the assists one game, the points. I don't know. And sometimes I see him switching off on Brunson, and Brunson be putting that chicken wing on him. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a physical game tonight also. So Rick Carlisle is receiving praise for his coaching adjustments and trust in various players, including bench contributors like Tony Bradley for Pacific needs. So that's one thing too that I see in this game. We got Tom Thibodeau, Rick Carlisle. In my opinion, Rick Carlisle has been a better coach in this playoff series. The Knicks honestly just have been getting very lucky. I mean, the Celtics kind of had their foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? But I like the way Rick Carlisle coaches the game. It seems like he has trust in his players. And on the other hand, like Tibbs is just stuck in his ways, just an old, you know, basketball mind, and just think that you can still win games on the way that you coached 10, 20 years ago. It's just a different time, you know what I'm saying, in basketball right now. And also, I feel like Tibbs has this ego to where you can't bench Karl-Anthony Towns and Josh Hart and expect to win the game. You're throwing your whole team out of sync. I do like Mitchell Robinson, but let's just be honest. He's just really coming back, getting healthy, you know, and he doesn't give you any scoring. He gives you the defense and the rebounds, but to beat these Pacers, you're gonna need some scoring. So I just can't understand some of his coaching strategy. Even in the fourth quarter, the last game, I don't think he brought. Y'all got to check me on the stats, but I don't think he brought Jalen Brunson in the game until maybe like 7 minutes into the fourth quarter. He set him that long, and the team just looked out of whack, you know. And the Pacers, they got fresh lineups, fresh rotation, and they coming in. They got Mathurin coming off the bench. You've seen Tony Bradley. You got Thomas Bryant coming off the bench. You got Shepard coming off the bench. You got T.J. McConnell coming off the bench. So they can keep on sending players at you. But let's keep diving into it. But the coaching matchup right now, I think Rick Carlisle has the advantage over Tibbs. We need to get somebody like Sam Cassell that job, or even Mark Jackson. That'd be a good job for Mark Jackson, a New York native. We got to get out. The NBA would be a much better place if they can replace the old with some new, fresh minds. Even if the minds like Mark Jackson, he's been in the NBA forever. New concepts, you know. Somebody see the game broad, not just some tunnel vision of, you know. Anyway, let's get to it. So, like I said, I do like the Pacers minus a 1.5 in this spot. But one thing that I seen from last night's game with Timberwolves and OKC, when these teams are in desperation, it might bring out the best or the worst in them. But we seen the Timberwolves were at home with their desperation. The flip side to the Knicks, they on the road. So, you know, and this is the Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. This is a classic rivalry. So those Pacers fans, they're not going to be kind. It's going to be a hostile environment for the Knicks to walk into, especially the way the Knicks fans were treating the Pacer fans. And also, big up to Halliburton. I seen he did something. It was a Pacers fan in Times Square leaving the game, and we seen the New York Knicks fans kind of just group around him, push on him, and try to rip his jersey off. He had a Pacers jersey on. And big up to Halliburton. He actually found that guy and flew the guy out to Indiana for the game tonight with one of his friends. And, you know, that's dope right there. Because I kind of feel sorry for that guy. Because I don't care. We in America. You can wear any type of jersey, anything you want. You can say whatever you want to somebody. Once you put some hands on somebody, if that was me out there with my Pacers jersey, it would have went down. It would have went down on sight. You know what I'm saying? They'd probably had to put me on Rikers. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have went viral. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep on moving. So like I said, the Pacers lead 2-0. The game 3 is in Indiana. This is a do or die for the Knicks. The Pacers can take the heart out of the Knicks tonight. And like I said, I'm on the Pacers, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks win. But I'm on the Pacers minus 1.5. Like I said, I just think the pace the Pacers play is too much for the Knicks right now, and with all the confusion they got going on. So let's see. The Pacers lead the postseason in passes and miles traveled. Game 3 in Indiana, with the Pacers looking to step on the gas and the Knicks potentially desperate, I project around a 99 between 100 possession per team, and this is faster than a typical Thibodeau game, but reflects the Pacers' ability to dictate at home and a serious situation. Let's see, team rebounds. The Pacers averaged 35.5 rebounds, the Knicks averaged 42 rebounds per game in this series. So the Knicks are winning the rebounding battle, you know. So when I see things like that, when I'm working on these player props, I might look towards what Pacers players struggling to get rebounds and look to take them under. And also on the flip side, look for what Knicks players are getting rebounds and take them over. And team assists, we know Pacers average 26 assists per game. Knicks average 21. And same method with that on the assist thing. But we see that the Pacers are an all-around team. That's why it's kind of hard to dissect who can have a big game for them, because it could really be anybody. And what I'm looking at, though, is just Halliburton assists. I think he's going to be the maestro, really running the offense for the Pacers. So now we're going to go through the player prop analysis, projections, and reasoning. I'm going to go through all the assists for everybody first. I'm going to give my insight on it. So we got Jalen Brunson, over or under 7.5 assists. In game 1, his overtime game, he had 5 assists. In game 2, he had 11. He averaging 8 assists per game. He had 8 assists in game 2 with 10 potential assists. That's an 80% conversion rate. He had 19 points come from those assists. And it created 32.1% usage. I just think that 8 is too high, but I wouldn't want to take Brunson under any type of stats, because he has the ball in his hand so much. And if the Pacers are going to be attacking him, he might get the ball out of his hand real quick and get some assists if the Knicks can knock it down. Because I can remember watching the Pacers versus Cavs game, and there was a lot of wide open threes for Max Strus and even like Evan Mobley and players like that. It just really wasn't knocking them down. But the Pacers do have spots where they give up open shots, and I think Brunson is a clever enough player to get the ball to where it needs to go to. If I had to make a projection, just with that 10 potential assists, he had an 80% conversion rate, I would actually take him under the assists if I had to make a pick. But I'm just going to stay away from Brunson with that, because you just never know. I mean, I think the way Tibbs rotate him and everything like that, it might be hard for him to get to that 8 assists. And also, that's just a high conversion rate. That doesn't happen all the time. It's almost an outlier, you know. But yeah, like I said, he's very ball dominant. He has high potential assists. Shows a high ceiling. The Knicks overall low assist numbers. He's the primary creator. The Knicks need creation, so I think that it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just staying off of that. But if I had to make a pick, I would say under. Now we got Pascal Siakam. His assists are over and under 4 assists. For over, you get plus money, plus 134. He has a pretty high usage rate for the last 4. He has 26% usage rate. He's projected to get 38 to 40 minutes. Now he had 6 assists in the OT game in game 1, and he had 3 in game 2. Now he averaging 4.5. Now see that overtime game. I'm not sure how many assists he had in overtime, but that he may have had more. He may have got an assist or 2 in overtime that, you know, got this thing juiced right now. But he's averaging 4.5. The line is set at his series average. Game 2 is lower. The plus 134 for the over is tempting for a player of his caliber to get just over his average if the game is high scoring and ball movement is emphasized by the Pacers. However, the juice suggests 3 or fewer is more likely. I couldn't take that under either, because it just seems like They were going to Pascal early in the first quarter in the game too, and I definitely I think that they're probably going to try to help off on him, and or maybe he don't even have to pass the ball. He's gonna be doing the scoring, so I would stay away from that. But the plus 134 is very tempting, and if I had to make a pick, I would take Pascal over 3.5 assists for plus money. Yes, sir. Now I already told you I like Halliburton's assists, but let's just look over his. He's averaging 11 assists. His line is at 10. He has 17.5 potential assists in the last 2 games played. He got a 62.8 conversion rate. He created 28.5 assist points. He's top tier. His usage level is at 25.2%. He projected to get 38 to 40 minutes. And this is not a blowout. I like just cut it short for y'all. I like Tyrese Halliburton over the 10 assists. If you want to really get some plus money, I'll take him at the 11 assists on the alt line. Yeah, like I said, Tyrese Halliburton, he orchestrates offense. And this is one of the NBA's best offenses with the Pacers. So he got a lot of weapons. And also, it's a lot of confusion going on with the Knicks. I used to be a point guard. If I see a team in confusion, it's so easy to break down that team. You can break them down. I guarantee you that Mitchell Robinson is going to get some backdoor cuts done on them. You got guys like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. They're going to be getting lost on the defense assignments because what has happened is you got Halliburton to worry about. You got Pascal Siakam to worry about. Then you got Neesmith to worry about. Like y'all seen that pass that I forgot who Halliburton passed to, but he was looking off at Neesmith. He passed to somebody right up under the goal. So, with all the attention going to those players, you might look for Miles Turner and Nembhard to have breakout performances. We'll get to that later. Now we got Mikal Bridges over and under 4 assists. He's averaging 3.5 assists in this series. Last game he had 6 potential assists with a 58.3 conversion rate. He's getting all right usage, 19.9%. He's projected to play 42 to 44 minutes. He's averaging 3.5 assists in this series, consistent with his advanced passing data. The line is 4. He plays enough minutes to get opportunities. His assist numbers are modest, needing 4 is a stretch given his role as more of a scorer and defender. I would like Mikal Bridges under the assist, but at this point right now, I won't put that play into my parlay because I'm not sure how the lineup is going to be with Josh Hart being to the bench. It might give Mikal Bridges more ball handling, and he'd probably be the one passing it back to Brunson for a shot or passing it down low to Karl-Anthony Towns. So I'm just not sure on what his role will look like with Josh Hart not in that start lineup. So if I had to make a pick, I would go under, but I'm not. I'm going to keep that off the card. Just as far as right now, what I like is Halliburton assists, Neesmith points. I'd like to sprinkle a little bit on Pascal Siakam assists. We got Andrew Nembhard over under 5 assists, 4.5. He had 3 assists with 6 potential assists with a 50% conversion rate. He only created 7 points from those assists. He got a 13.7 usage rate, pretty low. While his series average is low, his overall playoff number, 4.8 in the last 4, an increased role suggests he can hit this if Halliburton gets massive defensive attention. The line at 5 requires him to be more of a playmaker than he's shown consistently against the Knicks. I think his stat line, I see him getting like 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I just don't think his usage rate is high enough. I would like to take him under the 5 assists, but the Pacers offense is too good for me. Like you said, you just never know who's gonna do what really. And I think the Knicks gonna be scrambling around. I'm gonna stay off on Andrew Nembhard assists, but I would take it under. This is like I'm saying with Josh Hart with his assists. You know, he had 4 assists from 9.5 potential assists. He has a 42% conversion rate. His usage is kind of low, 13.5% for his usage. He's still projected. I mean, but this is the thing right here. Like I said, it's that Tom Tibbs ego. I think he's got something against Josh Hart right now. I don't know what's going on in their locker room. Just to be straight up with y'all, I don't want to put it on the parlay that I'm creating, but I definitely would sprinkle something on the Josh Hart under his PRA. But I just don't know if it's going to be that type of deal like we seen with Julius Randle when he got benched and then he comes back in game 3 and has game of his life. So sometimes these coaches use tactics and strategies like that to play mind games with the other team, and Pacers be expected not to have to deal with Josh Hart. And we know what Josh Hart can do out there, man. He can rebound. He plays hard. He can be a game changer for the Knicks, and I think they need him in this game. So I'm not going to believe the hype. I think he'll still come in and get his minutes and everything. But we'll know what Tibbs' ego is right now. If he really rather lose the game and prove a point to a player that he know he needs out there. Typical, you know. But I still think Josh Hart get 10 points, 10 rebounds if he get his minutes. T.J. McConnell, his line is at 4 assists. He has 3 assists from 6 potential assists with a 50% conversion rate. I just keep it plain and simple. He's coming off the bench. He's going to get in 14 to 18 minutes. But he has a high usage rate when he's in the game. It's just like rolling the dice with this guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he can get the 5 assists, but I wouldn't put my money on it. If I had to make a bet, I'm taking T.J. McConnell under because he has to be perfect and on point in just those 14 to 18 minutes to get these type of stats. We're going to the rebound stats. We got Jalen Brunson first. Jalen Brunson with 4 rebounds. To get over is plus 122 and the under is minus 162. He's averaging 2 rebounds in this series. I think that line is too high for Jalen Brunson. I would take him under the 4 rebounds. I just don't really like taking those 4 numbers with unders, putting it to a parlay. Really looking for an over parlay. So, but I like, let me see. I got Josh Hart on the side, PRA. I'm going to do an under parlay too. Brunson, under rebounds. That's where I'm at right now with it. Like I said, T.J. McConnell. He's a little tricky, but I'll probably go to his alt line. I don't think he can get to 6 assists. I'll take him under the 6. But, well, we got Karl-Anthony Towns rebound. This is, again, you just don't know what Tibbs is going to do. You know, let's see, we have Karl-Anthony Towns rebounds is over under 11. He's averaging 9.5 rebounds, 0.5 contested, 5.3%. That's very low for a big man. He had 18 rebound chances with 15.8% conversion, a low contested rate, and a moderate conversion on many chances. He's projected to get 35 to 38 minutes, but he needs to avoid foul trouble and stay on the court for the Knicks to win. A mathematical breakdown on the series, like I say, he's averaging 9.5. His last 4 games, he's averaging 9.8 rebounds. While he's capable of rebounding against an active Pacers front line, he hasn't consistently hit 11 in this series. The low contested rebound percent is interesting. He might be more focused on boxing out a perimeter play. I would take Karl-Anthony Towns under the 11 rebounds. And with him and Tibbs beefing, like I said, that could turn him up some and have him go out there and go crazy like Julius Randle did, you know, with these 2 different teams, 2 different situations, but just trends that I see happening in the NBA. Now we got Pascal Siakam. His rebounds over and under 6.5. Over is plus money. Under is minus 136. He projected to play, like I said, 30 to 40 minutes. He's only averaging 5 rebounds in this series, well below the line of 7. His last 4 playoff games, he's averaged 6 rebounds a game. I think the Knicks just, you know, they got a lot of big bodies to put around him. I think Siakam is going to be maybe a little bit outside of the rim. I like him under the 7 rebounds, under 6.5 rebounds. It would be amazing if he can hit it, but it just seems like he's not a rebounding big man, you know. So I like Siakam under his rebounds. Because, the offensive rebound might not be there. He's going to be the one shooting it. And defensive rebound with Mitchell Robinson under there, like, the Knicks going to try to get a lot of physical. So I'll take him under that. Now, you got Tyrese Halliburton over or under 5 rebounds. I like Halliburton rebounds. I'll tell y'all that right now. He's averaging 5.9 rebounds, 0.4 contested, 6.8%. He has 8.6 rebound chances, and he converts them at a 68.6% rate. In this series, he's averaging 6 rebounds, and he converts a good percentage of his chances. Game 2, he had 8 rebounds. That showed his ceiling right there. I think he can get the 5 rebounds. I really think he can get 6 rebounds. Next, OG Anunoby, over or under 5 rebounds. This is the thing with him. He has 4 rebounds. He's averaging 4 rebounds in this series. Zero contested. He had 11 rebound chances with 36.4% conversion rate. It's very low. Like I said, in the series, he's averaging 4 rebounds. And advanced stats shows he gets chances but converts them at a very low rate and doesn't contest many. The line at 5 with the heavy over the juice seems misaligned with this data. Now, just off his rebound chances and Josh Hart not being in the game, somebody got to step up the rebound. I mean, Josh Hart's in the game, but he's not in the starting lineup. I think this is contrary to the data that I had because he converted them at a low rate. Because that, from what the stats see, it showed me that he's not really crashing the board. But I think in this instance, he will crash the board. And I like OG Anunoby for 6 rebounds. Just off those chances, man. I think we could just increase his rebound chance percentage. He can get to the 6 easily. But I wouldn't be mad at you with the under the 5 because, I'm just running the dice roll a little bit. Dang, thinking about it though, I'm thinking like, man, the Pacers offense is so good. I'll take it. I'm gonna keep OG Anunoby off of that one. I'm just gonna put an asterisk by it. Y'all disregard that. The Pacers offense too good. We're not gonna go with OG. I wouldn't be mad at you if you did or if you didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just really tough to gauge what the Knicks are gonna do because this Josh Hart come out the lineup. And again, Josh Hart over and under is 9, 8.5 rebounds, giving plus money for the plus 118. Again, I already let y'all know I like Josh Hart under his PRA. I'm not sure what his minutes are going to be, but just to see his stat, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's averaging 9.5 rebounds. He had 3 contested. He had 18.5 rebound chances with 51% conversion rate. Even in 28 minutes, he had got 6 rebounds from the last game. So I think it's value in him getting 10 rebounds. I'm just not sure how many minutes that he's going to play. We got Mitchell Robinson. His rebound line is at 9, 8.5. At 9. He's averaging 8.4 rebounds. He has 6 contested. He's getting the rebounds, convert rebounds at a 70.6. It's 70.6% rate. That's elite. I like Mitchell Robinson over his rebounds. He's coming into the start lineup. He should get more. Only thing about that, you got to watch him for foul trouble. He's an elite contested rebounder, potential for increased minutes. He has hit 8, 9, and 20 to 29 minutes. I see him getting 10 rebounds today. I really do. So I like him over the 9. Now we're going to dive into the player points. We got Jalen Brunson over under 31.5 points. Game 1, overtime game, he had 43. Game 2, he had 36. He's averaging 39.5 points per game this series. He's getting 12.5 points off the drive, 57% field goal percentage. Um, I mean, he is the Knicks offense. I could never go under for Brunson in this type of atmosphere, this type of game. Not really confident on putting it on my parlay, but if I had to make a pick, man, I'm taking Brunson over the points. He is the Knicks. He is the heart and soul of that team, and I think that he can. He plays 40 to 42 minutes. He has the highest usage rate on the Knicks team, 40% against the Pacers, and I haven't seen the Knicks stopping him. I'm sorry, the Pacers stop him. He gets immense volume, high efficiency on drives. He's a clutch performer, and the Pacers can't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? I can see him getting 32, 34 points. Next, we got Karl-Anthony Towns over and under 21.5 points. Game 1 overtime game, he had 35. Game 2, he had 20. He's averaging 27.5 points per game in this series. He's getting 5.4 drive points. It's 46% field goal percentage. He's getting like almost 2 points on pull-ups. He's getting 4.9 points in the paint, 3.7 post points. His usage is at 27.3%. He's projected to play 35 to 38 minutes. He's averaging 27.5 points per game this series, despite a quieter game, 20 points, and a limited 28 effective minutes. His scoring profile is versatile. He played 36 minutes at his last 4 average of 23.8 points per game and 32.6 minutes. That projects. His projection he should hit about 26 points. The line's at 22, below his season average. You know what just dawned on me? I see what Tibbs is doing, and the media and the NBA is doing. Josh Hart and Cat are going to have hell of a games tonight. I see what they're doing right now. I get it. The same thing they did with Julius Randle. They're trying to put the Pacers at ease, you know. I think Carlisle's a good enough coach to understand what's going on. But as far as stat-wise, I do like Cat over his points. I mean, somebody got to score for this team, man. Besides Brunson. What they paying Karl-Anthony Towns all that money for? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. On to the next. Pascal Siakam. Game 1 overtime game, he only had 17 points. Game 2, he had 39 points. That was crazy. He's averaging 28 points a game in the series. He had 5.1 drive points and 76.5% field goal percentage in this playoff series. I like Siakam over his points, man. Siakam points. I can't go off of that. I mean, with what I've seen, nobody can stop him. I think he knows that now. I like Siakam to go over his points. He's coming off playoff career high, highly efficient, key scoring areas, drives and paints. He's a key offensive weapon for the Pacers. I project him at like 23 points. He's going over to 21. And we got Halliburton right here. He had 31 points in the overtime game and 14 in game 2. He's averaging 22.5 points per game in this series. He's getting 7.8 drive points in this series at 62.3% field goal rate. He's efficient on his drives. His scoring can be a variable though. I just think this game he's gonna be more focused on setting up the offense, and I would take him under the 21 points, but I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it. I think he's gonna be more focused on rebounding the ball and assists, but any time he can flip the switch. So I'm not gonna mess with Halliburton on his points. I already like Neesmith points. I just think the crowd gonna get behind him. His points line is at 12.5. I think I don't even want to go. I don't have to go through all the stats and everything. I'm just gonna tell y'all this is just off of intuition. I just think the crowd gonna get behind him. I think he's a top shape. I think he's in a top condition as far as an athlete. I don't see him get winded out there. I think he's gonna get his points. That's why I take it. That's why I'll cut it off at right there. I know I was rambling and scrambling, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Please leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. But as far as if I had to make one pick out of this game, I will go with Neesmith points. If I had to go with a second pick, I would say Halliburton assists. Third pick, Halliburton rebounds. And the rest are all just leans, but those are the 3 top picks I like. Neesmith to go over his points, Halliburton assists, and Halliburton rebounds. So that's all. Helpful from love to all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to the bag. Y'all know what time it is. It's bag season.